Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Review Your Idea over here. Today I'm just going to react to some videos I see online and maybe make a little bit of criticism or opinion about the newest movie that I just watched, Supergirl. Let's just go in and see. So this is the first video that we're gonna play.
But I do think that the Supergirl is apart because she's not she's not so much like Superman. She's very, very different.
James Gunn, the acclaimed filmmaker who took over as head of DC Studios with a mandate to rebuild the entire DC film universe from scratch, has suffered what multiple sources describe as a significant emotional breakdown following the catastrophic box office and critical failure of the Supergirl film, which opened on June 26, 2026, to devastating numbers and universally negative reviews. The Supergirl film represented the biggest test of Gunn's vision for DC Studios up to that point. The director had been tasked with rebuilding the DC film slate after years of inconsistent quality and creative direction under previous leadership.
It was okay. Just give me 1 second, yeah? Before I give you my opinion about the movie, I'll just check another review.
I guess James Gunn didn't know that Supergirl was going to be the next movie after Superman, but it was, quote, an incredible script. Really? This was an incredible script? So Supergirl is DC's follow-up to last year's Superman. Long story short, as we saw at the end of Superman, Kara likes to go out there to Red Sun solar system so she could get drunk. Then a forgettable bad guy poisons her dog with a dart. That same forgettable bad guy killed a family in which the surviving girl of that family is on a revenge quest to kill that super forgettable villain. Alright, out the gate, this movie does play up an angle that is... it's kind of a trope at this point. Put the cute dog in danger and now the audience is along for the ride. As for the rest of the movie, not gonna lie to you, it's a pretty generic, boring sci-fi mess. There is something compelling, even emotionally deep about the theme in here. Frustratingly, they don't stick the landing on it, but it's in here. As the conversation of Superman being basically comic book Jesus has been around for as long as I can remember, the story of the prodigal son here, or daughter, strictly speaking cousin, the prodigal out there running away, wasting their life, hopefully will then come back. It's deep, it's relevant, it's thematic, it's also buried under a ton of sci-fi nonsense, which I love sci-fi. I'm just saying when it feels uninspired. A big problem in the movie is I didn't find Kara to be particularly likable for a lot of it. She's the basic hot mess crash out disaster that's posturing herself as the paragon of morality for the situation. To be fair, yeah, that tracks. And granted, that is her character arc in the movie, of course, but even by the end, I didn't feel the ending was earned. If you don't stick the emotional landing at the end for an arc of someone stepping up to be the person they're supposed to be, to be a hero, the whole thing feels forced.
Okay, I'm just gonna give you some of my opinion. A lot of things that I see from the review of this movie, and especially this is probably the message for James Gunn. He has been making movies that are way too soon for the audience to understand. I love Superman and I love Supergirl because I can relate to that. But I can see that a lot of people cannot relate to story of Superman and Supergirl because this is the thing. When you buy a ticket to watch a movie with the title Superman or Supergirl, they expect to see a spectacle, a performance. They want to see heroes. But what James Gunn brought to the movie was actually the story of the human. It's like the journey from being a human, understanding what kind of role that they have to fill in. Like, for example, this guy, he expects Kara to already embody Supergirl without understanding the journey that Kara has. Let's make a comparison. Clark Kent, he came to Earth as a baby. He didn't understand anything. He just realized or remember that he has a really great childhood, great parents, he understands his powers, and then he understands his role in this world. Even though he doesn't feel like he belongs in this world because he's not from Earth, but because of the parents' upbringing, he understands the importance of his role of being Superman because he is strong enough to do that. But for Kara grew up in Krypton. She saw her planet just disappear and she was sent to Earth to survive. What a lot of people doesn't understand is that it took some time for someone to overcome their trauma, their immense burden. I get it because I'm also an immigrant and I have a lot of like the same like Kara. I have a lot of trauma that I have to deal with. When I see Kara, I see myself. It's impossible for people to just expect me to perform like nothing happened just because you're safe from one place to another, just because you have the capability to help others. But when you're dealing with a lot of things from the previous life that you remember, Kara didn't choose to be a Supergirl. Kara wanted to stay in Krypton, but her parents said that she had to survive. It took time for her to let go of the grief first. The story of Kara will resonate a lot with people that has experience. If, for example, your house is destroyed from natural disaster, from war, and you're forced to leave your hometown, you're forced to leave your city, your country, just to survive. You have to make do and survive in another city that still doesn't know if you're there to help them or not, that expect you to just perform immediately. I could feel the pressure that Kara has. Like people think that she was partying around, being drunk, getting wasted because she was irresponsible. But they don't understand that it was her way to cope, it was her way to escape, it was her way to transition between her past and her future. She needs to understand, she needs some time to buffer, to understand how she can honor her past so she can move on to the future.
You're just left feeling unfulfilled. What I liked the best part of this Supergirl movie? Jason Momoa as Lobo. Is it ironic that the best part of Supergirl is the main man? Sure. But here we are. I mean,
It's exactly the same as this channel. I've had this channel for years, and actually I've been streaming, but I stopped streaming because I have to move from Indonesia to America and now to Spain. It took a lot of time for me to be able to perform again the way I performed before, because it took a lot of time for me to understand the gravity, the changes, all the journey that I have to learn to absorb so I can be better right now. But it's hard. If you see that I need years, at least 5 years, to get this channel run again and perform like I am a bit okay again, then you should be able to understand that for Kara, it also takes some time for her to understand that she had to let go of the family that she had in Krypton, the home that she had in Krypton that's already somewhere that she couldn't return to. And now she had to choose to come back to Earth, to Clark, and call it a home. It's extremely hard. And you wouldn't understand unless you have walked the road that she walked. And it's hard. A lot of people also complained before that, oh, Kara changed her mind at the end. At the beginning, she's like, oh, revenge doesn't solve anything. You shouldn't kill anyone because of revenge, because it's going to haunt you. But at the end of the movie, she and the villain, Krem, for Ruthie. And they were like, oh my god, she broke her own principle. But don't you see, the lesson that she learned is that do not take revenge if it's only for your own self. If it's only for your own anger, that revenge will not save you. But when you understand that if I do this, I can save other person that's younger than me, that deserves something better, then I would gladly take that space. If you want to make it into another comparison, it's like that story from Batman before Robin got murdered by Joker. If Batman knew that Joker would end Robin, do you think he would not cross that line? Do you think he will not end Joker just to save Robin? All in all, I'm going to blame this flop because James Gunn make movies that are way too soon to be understood by people. I resonate with it, but it's because I understand the road that she's into. But for a lot of people, they only want the performance. They only want the Supergirl in the screen. They don't understand the Kara behind it. Just like you want me, just like anyone, influencer, celebrity, like me, you all want something that is entertaining, something that is someone that is performing for you. But you don't understand there are a lot of stories of the person behind the screen. For me, James Gunn has brought a lot of hope and vulnerability to the screen, and that's very needed. If I learn anything about writing and prophecy, is that this movie is going to be needed by a lot of people in the future. At this point in time, maybe you'll think that it's a stupid movie, it's a slop. But for me, this movie is just way ahead of this time. And if there's nobody saying it to you, James Gunn, I love this movie. You're doing a great job. Do not get pressured by anyone's word. Just believe in your vision. Give them all the bird. If you have the vision for your story, complete it. Don't get swayed by fame and money. I love the movie. It helped me perform today. So I think your movie did a really great job at delivering its message. So that's the review for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again in the next review by Review. Yeah. Bye!